Good morning. I'm trying not to waffle on today. Had an okay night. I mean, the facility, it was great having those facilities like the restaurant and the cafe and everything, but I kind of knew it was a very busy truck stop. There's still quite a lot of trucks, but it was jam-packed last night. And I knew there was going to be noise, so I got till about 3 o'clock, and then there was I think it was a lorry just came past here, actually on this road, and they sit with their engines running, and I think, if you can see it's a wee bit tight. I think he maybe took the corner too narrow, so he had to reverse. I heard the reverse and the reversing alarm going off, and then he went away. Then I got a few hours after that, but then once you hit 6-7 o'clock, then I got up and wanted to get on the road. So anyway, I probably wouldn't stay here again. It was great getting a hot shower. It was luxury compared to what I've been used to. It was luxury in the main services, but yeah, a wee bit noisy overnight. Anyway, we'll get on to the next bit. I'm going to be at the seaside today. So I stopped at this roadside thing. Hope you can see that big lorry at the back. That's a German camper. It's a lorry. They put them on lorries, but I think it's a family that's travelling. So fair enough. You need a lot of space. I stopped at this roadside place called the Oasis. Sells a few things. Also sells the fruit and veg and stuff. Not that I needed it, but I was wanting a couple of beers. But I've noticed, and certainly at the garage, the place I stayed at last night, there was no beer there, which I guess is fair enough, because it's only drivers that are stopping there. You don't want to put temptation in their way. Anyway, let's get. Oh no, you wouldn't have seen it over my shoulder. Let's get. This is like a shrine of some sort. I'm guessing somebody's. Yeah. It's a shrine to some folk. I'm guessing somebody's lost their lives here at this junction. That's a shame. These are always quite somber things. But yeah, so nothing here. Coming here, these are sculptures. Chinchorro sculptures. It's very windy here. I don't know if it's sea breezes, but it's noticeably cooler here as well compared to where I was. It's maybe the breeze coming off this. Well, it's nice to see the sea again. I've not seen it since Montevideo when I picked up the van. Yeah, so I think this will do for the night. It's warm enough. A bit more shelter down here. I want to go up and visit that. I'm going to try and see if I can get up to this statue up here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's a bit of a hike. So this is the Chinchorro Monument overlooking the beach where I'm staying. Similar to those two figures we saw on the way in. So it's obviously the style that's unique to the Chinchorro people. Just a little breath. Yeah, I did. When I saw the road, I thought I can maybe just drive the van up, but I'm glad I didn't bring the van up. For a start, I wouldn't be able to get turned. I don't know when I'd get turned. The road continues all the way along the side here, so yeah, maybe way down to those houses down there, and maybe have to go down there to get turned. But yeah, I'm glad I never, because you've got the sheer wall, the cliff face on one side, and then you've got this big drop on the other. So yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I would have stopped ages ago. So there's even a wee bench up here. What was that? The mummy, the Chinchorro mummies are the first works of art of the dead in America. Yeah, it's the Chinchorro mummies, the mummified remains of the Chinchorro people are famous around here. I heard you could see them somewhere, I'm not sure exactly where. But yeah, look at this. So this is a really important site. They've excavated a lot of mummified remains. but it looks like it's been here as well. Yeah, looks like the Camarones. Just thinking I haven't been down the seashore yet. Yeah, oh there we go, there we are. Good morning. I'll show you the beach. The waves are still crashing in over there. I like the way they hit the rocks. We saw that yesterday. Yeah, it was okay here. I don't know if it was because I was on my own or what, or the clouds. I like the sunshine, obviously, but I didn't particularly enjoy it here. It's very it's a bit untidy. There's a lot of rubbish lying around. That town up there is ugly, ugly as sin, and there's no kind of facilities up there for me to use. I couldn't even work out if there was a restaurant. I walked round past one. I think I took a picture of it, but it looked shut. There was a hostel or something further up that had rooms for the night. That might have had a restaurant, but that was at the other end of the village. I wasn't walking up there. Fancy the beer. But yeah, like I say, when you're on your own, I don't mind travelling on my own, but I don't really like isolation, and I think this is what this had. It's a bit too isolated, a bit too bare. But you know what? It does have its redeeming features as well. It's the first time I've seen the sea since Montevideo, so I don't know. It's the joys of travelling, eh? It can't be 100% brilliant all the time. So, right, I'm just getting ready to move on. I'm going to stay at a campsite tonight, which I'm looking forward to. Well, I've gone and got myself stuck in the sand. Didn't expect that. I've taken a shovel to it. Hopefully I can dig myself out. Actually, I better do something about this back wheel as well. That's quite low down. Good morning. Well, that's the scene of devastation from last night. I'm glad to say I got out, but it was getting dark, so just decided to stay here for. I'd already decided I was staying here last night anyway. Well, whether I had the choice or not. So yeah, so there's the famous wagon that got me out. Amazing. Oh, there's one of my doggy friends coming. Call them doggy friends, first time I've met them. But yeah, sorry, I've nothing for you. Well, I'm back on the tar road. It's a decent enough day. A few potholes here and there, but yeah, potholes. Big deal, eh? Yeah, I'm so happy to be not away from there. It's a nice enough spot, but yeah. Nothing to worry about getting stuck in sand. I couldn't believe it. I only reversed a wee bit and then the wheel started to spin again. So yeah, I'll think twice about doing anything like that again. Another lesson learned, I think, on the road. Right, okay. I'm happy with this. Let's go on the main road and get to Arica. Signs now. Pista emergency, which means emergency escape lane now. Oh, this lorry's going really slow. But it's basically if your brakes have gone, you steer yourself up there and let gravity slow you down. It's simple, but I'm guessing it's effective because it seems to be quite popular here, quite normal here. But yeah, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. So yeah, pista emergency. And there was tyre tracks on that one because it changes to gravel. I guess that will slow you down even quicker. So it's obviously worked for somebody. I've arrived at my campsite. It's actually quite nice. I feel I'm plugged into electricity. It's got toilets and showers. I mean, it's not the Ritz, but compared to the last time I was in a campsite, which was Bolivia. It was Tupiza. It was the last time I was on a campsite. I've been kind of wild camping ever since. But fine, copes with it. But it's nice to have electricity. My leisure batteries were being topped up. It's nice to have a shower. There's a wee shop over here. It's just nice to have a wee bit of convenience at your fingertips, because yesterday at the beach there was nothing. There was that village at the top of the hill, but there was nothing in the village that I could see. Then the night before, I parked at the garage, didn't I? Behind the garage. That was good for facilities, but there was trucks moving all the time. Then before that it was Kilagua. That was just on the square. There was the restaurant, but yeah. There's just, you can relax a bit more in the campsite because there's nobody moving around and stuff like that, and you're meant to be here. And in South America, well, in most campsites anyway, they've got a gate and everything, so you know you're pretty safe here. So I'm going to just venture outside the campsite and have a wee look around. I'm going to go down to the sea because we're not far from the sea. So that's the entrance of the campsite. The sea's down that way. Yeah, as you can see, big wide dusty street. There's meant to be a laundrette up here. I don't think it'll be open today, but I'm just going to have a quick look and see if I can find it. I was in that wee shop earlier on. That's actually not a bad wee shop. I bought a coffee there, as I do. It was alright. I took it back to the camper van because it didn't have milk, so I had to put milk in it. So, cool story, Billy. Anyway, right. It's funny, the width of the streets, and like as you can see, there's not much here. But this is where all the campsites are, and I thought with there being so many campsites, there would be a lot more kind of infrastructure to go with it. Like there'd be a lot more going on. I mean, I appreciate it's out of season, but even when it's in season, I think all you've got is your campsite when you're up here. And it's a big area actually. These streets are a lot longer than I thought. I thought it'd just be a wee walk round the corner to find that laundrette and then just a wee walk down to see the sea. But yeah, the streets are quite long. It's actually quite cool, but so that'll be the sea breezes. I've noticed that as I've got closer to the sea, it's a lot cooler. But yes, still not go over the trauma of getting stuck in the sand, but worse things could have happened. And I was freed and I've got to my next place and I'm in a campsite. So yeah. Anyway, right, let's have a wee look. Right, I'm back at the campsite. There's nothing much going on, and I'm the only one certainly camping in a camper van. Last night there was another Sprinter camper van, similar to mine from Argentina, and there was a couple pulling a tiny wee caravan. They weren't very sociable. Well, the guy kind of came out of his shell a wee bit today, and even said cheerio to me, but they were hard work. I wasn't sure if I was going to have hassle with them because they were parked right beside the tree. Now, when I came in, I don't know if we can see it, there's a score right on the top of my van. I never saw the branch. Yeah, like checking sand, pacing out the sand to make sure you're not going to get stuck in it. I should have got out and checked the overhanging branches before I ploughed on through. And parked further down, parked over there last night, but I'm not going round again, although I'll get in no bother because the camper van and the caravan are both away. But anyway, let's go and have a wee look around the campsite. That's the main reception. I've moved around and I'm parked here, so I'm going to get out no bother and look at all the dogs, the rescue dogs. They've got loads of dogs here. They're all very friendly, they're all very subdued, but you've seen in some of my previous videos, a lot of dogs here don't have much of a life at all, so they've been rescued from a far worse fate. They've been rescued from a fate maybe they don't deserve. They should have a decent life here. So, lovely swimming pool. The pools are clean, but they're closed. There's a pool here and there's a pool over there, but as you can see it's nice and clean. It would be a bit cold. I mean, it's lovely in the sun, but yeah, it's the wrong time of year for going in the pool. So let's have a wee wander round. There's more dogs. Kids' playground. There's I guess this is beside the pool cafe bar. Folk would, in the high season, folk will go there while they're at the pool. There's the cabanas, wee places, and over here for folk to stay in. I think getting to stay in your camper van's quite nice to them, but it's not their main business. It's quite, I suppose it's good out of season when folk like me turn up, it's a wee bit extra cash, but their main business will be renting out the cabanas. I don't know if they actually do camping as well, but maybe it's called Camping San Pedro, so yeah, I'm guessing they'll put up tents. You'll be able to put up tents somewhere, maybe here, who knows. But we're getting to the top end of the campsite. I'll turn this off, I've waffled too long, I'll put it on in a second. Just with trips up there. I don't know if they're campers as well, I think they are. So yesterday I came round this road here, mainly because these buildings here are the toilets and showers. So I thought I want to park relatively close, and there was a wee caravan and a car, and then another Sprinter camper van here. So I thought, right, because I don't speak much Spanish, I didn't really understand what the woman was saying. I kind of got the gist. She said you could park anywhere, but when I saw the folk here next to the toilets and showers, I thought, oh, bingo, here we go. Yeah, I had to pass under this tree, but only because the caravan was parked here. So it pushed me out. If that caravan hadn't been here, I would have come round more to the right. But there you go. You live and learn. After getting stuck in sand, I then go and damage my roof on the hard branches on this tree. So yeah, it's been quite a few weeks between the clutch going and getting stuck in sand and then damaging my roof on that. But that's I guess when you're doing so many miles, it's real life. Things happen. You're not on holiday. Somebody else is taking to it. Even when you go on holiday, things happen. It's just one of those things. So yeah, anyway, I was parked around here. And to be fair, it was actually quite level, and it suited me because the table and chairs was handy. But I've decided I'm going on the other side. Look at this old bus. See the facilities, I don't know if you can see the old other pools over there. There's plenty of children's facilities. I would imagine in their summer this place will be quite a popular place. It looks like it's built it's at a size, it's got the facilities to care for a lot of people. I'm not too sure I think much of the bus. Here kids, want to play on the bus. I don't think you would get away with that. I don't think we'd get away with that in the UK. This would be all fenced off or taped off or something. But here we're back to the van. Here's all the places for their barbecues or asados, whatever they call them in Chile. Yeah, back in. It's a black vulture up there. You see a lot of them. I don't know if is he in focus? Yeah, he is. Well, that's as close as I've got to one without them flying away. Good morning. Just left the campsite. I'm staying there another night. I've got a few things to do. They need cash, so I need to get a bank. I couldn't get a bank on Sunday, and I've just dropped a load of washing off at the lavanderia, the laundrette, so I'm going to get a few things done. Let me see if I can get this van washed as well. It's a disgrace even by my standards. Yeah, so that's a few things to do. Maybe even see if I can get coffee, who knows. You know how I like my coffees, so yeah. Well, chores done. I'm heading back to the campsite. See, ultimately when I get out of South America, I'm not going to miss the conditions of some of these roads. I mean, this is a tourist area, but anyway, won't. But yeah, I don't like them. Yeah, I got my chores done, got the van washed, to a point, wasn't great. I knew it would. I kind of knew it was a coin operated thing. I knew it was running out of tokens, and I bought quite a few. But anyway, it's okay. Got coffee there. It was a very nice coffee. Couldn't resist. Wasn't even in the mood that much for a coffee, but you know, bird in the hand and all that. And I got cash, so I've got just enough cash to pay for my laundry and pay for my campsite. And I'm definitely moving tomorrow. So it'll be a rest day today. In fact, it's only just after midday. I'm like, what am I going to do for the rest of the day? Because there's not a lot around here. But it's fine. I'll do some video editing and not waste the time. So yeah, let's get to the campsite. It's just around the corner up here. Here's another condominium. I'll turn around and show you. But look, there's tarred roads with lanes just outside the boundary. It only serves the boundary. There's even a cycle path, cycle lane that runs the length of the condominium boundary. I'm guessing, I suppose it's with a view to future developments, but yeah, there you go, your wee piece of luxury behind the gate, and then beside the boundary of your condominium, and then that's your lot. It's weird. I'm just about back at the campsite now. This next place is my campsite. Oh, there's a Jeep for sale. That would have been handy on the beach. I would have got out no bother. Or pulled the van out with that, no bother. Yeah. Oh, it's got a lovely swimming pool. Just before I switch off, the condominium's got a nice swimming pool.